Hello everyone. First of all, I want to express my gratitude to the management of Kaspi for such an event and for the invitation. That's really great of you guys doing such an event. So yeah, I will be talking about some startup things. I actually don't think it should be called a startup. It should be called start down. In Azerbaijan, there are too many people thinking that Azerbaijan is not actually the best country for business opportunities. No, that's a big, big lie. Azerbaijan is actually one of the best countries to think and develop your business, let's say, organization, to establish a thing. But there are some things that we are actually missing our chances. So why I'm calling this fail up, start down, because I think it was Miss Mamadli from the students. She was really good about the challenges and how you should be resilient and everything. Yeah, but the thing is, in action, when you start a business or when you're trying to establish a business, there are too many problems that are coming up. But the thing is, we have to deal with them. We have to be resilient. But if we think about entrepreneurship, or why do we have to be an entrepreneur, or do we have to be an entrepreneur, the question from my side, your side can be different of course, we have to be an entrepreneur, because entrepreneurship or starting up a business, it solves many problems. It actually solves. We have to think about some cases about entrepreneurship. We have to understand what is actually entrepreneurship. So basically the word comes from a French word. It's entreprendre, as much as I'm not wrong, which means you have to start something, doing something. It's like the same thing with enter, let's say. But in Azerbaijan, we're not actually very good about entrepreneurship. But if you're more than, if you're above 35 years old, down there we're really good. So what I'm trying to express, or what I'm trying to deliver you in my imagination is, if we want to start a business, first of all, we have to think about the problem, the real problem. Unfortunately, there are many people, they're just thinking about good ideas. In our everyday life, we all think about many good ideas. Like, I'm more than sure that everybody at least thinks about 5 good ideas in everyday life that it can be a business, but it's not actually the case. We have to think about the problem and the solution. The problem has to be something global or something really big that we have to solve this out. That's why businesses are actually for us to solve some problems. But the thing is, we're more thinking about the problem itself rather than the solution. So that's what startup actually means. So we think about the problem, then the idea comes up, and then we start developing the solution. Then it starts to be a startup. But why I'm not calling it startup, but I call it start down, it's because first of all, if you're thinking about the solution, you have to come back. So it's not like if you're establishing a business, it's not like, okay, for example, if you're cooking a dish, you have to, okay, take the pan, I don't know, place the oil and everything, and then those things. But in terms of startups, it changes. We have to first think about the solution, which means we have to come back from the future. Okay, let's say if the business is going to sort out something or place some solution, we have to think about what is going to happen after 10 years. Then we have to come back. And why I call it fail up, because coming back from the future rather than going to the future is way, way more difficult. So you're going to fail too many times on the way. Apart from that, let's say, okay, we thought about the problem, we thought about the solution, we found the solution, then we started establishing the business, then we will be having some other issues that we have to sort out, the business plan. Again, I'm giving too many examples about Azerbaijan, but we're actually in Azerbaijan, so we have to think about the real cases. Unfortunately, we're not very good at developing really good business plans. The business plan is something that makes us judge ourselves. So let's say if you're working somewhere, you have a manager, right? And if you're doing something bad or wrong, your manager comes to you and he's like, it's his responsibility or her responsibility to tell you that, okay, you have to do something wrong, or like you have to change this because this is something wrong. But if you're an entrepreneur, you don't have that manager. You're the manager for yourself, or you're the CEO for yourself. Doesn't matter which business you're dealing with, or it doesn't matter which industry you're in, actually. So you have to write a business plan and think about the next 3 months, or next 6 months, or even a year, doesn't matter. And when you come up to that point, to the next 3 months, you will be able to judge yourself that, okay, when I was writing my business plan, I was like, okay, in 3 months, I will be earning, let's say, 10K USD per month. But now I'm earning 3K USDs. So I have to judge myself. That business plan makes it available for us to go back and judge ourselves and to see what's wrong, what's right. From that point of view, in the business plan, there are so many things that we actually in the universities and so on, we think we're being told too many times. For example, mission and visions. I truly understand that it can be sounding ridiculous when our teachers are telling us that, guys, mission is very important when you're writing a business plan, or vision is important, but people are not actually exactly understanding what's the difference between mission and vision. So basically, we have to we can think about strategies and tactics in terms of mission and visions. Strategy is a little bit more far away, but tactic is how I want to go there. So the mission is, okay, I want to solve this problem in next 2 years. I'm sorry, that's vision. The vision is I want to solve this problem in next 2 years, but the mission is how I want to do it. So I have to change my tactics. I generally, when I talk about it, I generally give the example of football matches. So the goal is just scoring, like taking that ball to the other side, right? But the tactic is how do I want to do it? Like with little passes, or just sending the ball over there. Like it can change a lot. So we have to decide where we want to go and how we want to go there. These are missions and visions. And again, these two factors are making it available to judge ourselves after 2 months, after a period of time, to see if you're actually a sustainable business or not. Apart from that, generally people are like, okay, if I want to start a business, I need some money. No, actually, that's not the case. That's not the question. We shouldn't be thinking that I need some money to start a business. We need some resources. And those resources can be, let's say, we can deal with those resources without money actually, because there are some mechanisms in terms of governments, in terms of international organizations, embassies and so on. There are too many mechanisms that we can actually use them without any money, because they are giving us those resources. For example, human resources. We need the money to pay the bills, right? To pay the labor force. Or we need the money to pay the rent. Or we need the money to improve our marketing activities or any other activities, business operations. But actually, some of those things we can access those things with some helps. In Azerbaijan, there are really good agencies of Ministry of Economics that when you go to them, they actually help you. There's an agency called Small and Mid-Sized Enterprise. What was it called? Kobia, I think you know all. So generally, if you want to do a business, you go to them. They take you to all the steps. They help you write the business plan. They help you take you some grants and everything. And they actually give you some human resources as well. So the first question is not actually the money. The first question is resources. Which one I want to take, or which one I need actually. After that, after some point, yeah, I truly understand that you may be needing some investments, but for the investments and for being able to get that investor outreach, we need some MRR. MRR means monthly revenue, basically. If you have some monthly revenue, you have passed through some testing period of your business for 3 months, for 2 months, for 5 months, doesn't matter, you can take longer or shorter. After testing your business, it means that you have a viable, let's say, valuable business. After that, investors are very more optional to invest in your business, because that's actually working. Because you have tested, you have some user experience, you have some monthly revenue that's going down. Like, it doesn't matter if it's too much or not, but you actually have something. After that, we may reach some investment opportunities. And actually, investment opportunities are not that hard. the hardest part of the story is just starting the business, just doing it, just going into the action. Again, in Azerbaijan, all of us, we're really, really good about creating the second, let's say, financial resource for ourselves. But when we do the business, that's not the case. We have to think about some other things. It's a really challenging thing to start a business. Again, I think it was Mrs. Mehmetli again. She talked about so much resilience and so on. But when you do the business, there are some absurd or surreal, let's say, problems that we're coming up. But the case is we have to deal with them. I don't know, this can be some stupid problems that we could have never imagined that these problems are going to come up, but it happens. So we have to deal with them. And when you become the resilient business person, that means it already starts to be a sustainable business, because that person makes that business. It's not like business creates the CEO. It's the CEO or the owner creates business. One more case. We all want to be rich, but we don't actually try to be rich. I think it's way more easier to create a company like Apple rather than trying to be the CEO of Apple. Because if I start now trying to be the CEO of Apple, I have to at least spend my 30 years to be the CEO of Apple. But if I want to create Apple, I don't have to spend 30 years. I have to spend around 10 years, or maybe 2 years. Maybe it's not going to be the Apple, but it's going to be something like this. Or maybe a little bit longer time, it's going to be a good one. It's just about being resilient and just starting it. As long as you start it, it's going to come up. But it's not going to come up if you are not resilient. So start it, and then become the resilient person, and then you will have the Apple. And one more, but last thing, we have to trust ourselves, and we have to trust the market, and we have to trust the country that we live in. In Azerbaijan, there are unbelievably so much opportunities for businesses. Because we are actually not a big country, so we have too many problems. And too many problems means that we can create too many solutions. And too many solutions means too many business opportunities. We have to understand this and start realizing it. My generation actually, like I can say, below 35s, they are way better. But I think Gen Z is not actually doing good about it, because I might be wrong, that's just my personal point of view. Gen Z is more about not doing anything, but earning some money. That doesn't happen as well. It's not that. So you have to start doing it. First think about it, and then start action. Then you will be the richest person on earth. That's for sure. To recap all the things that I have said, funding and capital management. Generally, if you want to start a business and looking for some money, you have to look for some grants. For example, European Bank of Reconstruction and Development is giving too many grants. Ministry of Economics of Azerbaijan Republic is giving too many grants for businesses that you can actually use them. And those grants are not actually small amounts. For a startup, let's say not for a startup, but for the start of the business, they're actually really good amounts. So you just have to Google them. It's really easy. And after the seed stage, when you reach to the seed stage, you finish up your ideas, your pre-seed, and you start doing it, it will be way more easier that you find investment, because you will not actually find the investment. Investment is going to find you. What we have to do is basically try our best, trust our country, and go for the best possible options. And any startuppers around, any Gen Z or any generation, actually doesn't matter, needs any help, you can contact me. I'm always available. I will do my best. I'm a founder of a consultancy agency, so I will do my best to assist you guys to do the startups. The only decision you have to make is you want to start or not. Thank you so much.